What's up, guys? Welcome to If It Wasn't for Tony. Thank you for everybody listening. Thank you for everybody that decided to tune in. This is the premiere episode of If It Wasn't for Tony. And I thought, what better way to start off this podcast, this new journey I'm on, than with an inspirational episode, One in a Million. Because like Aaliyah said it best, you are, I am. That's what makes us special. Everyone has their own designated journey in life. That's what makes us. No two people can say they have lived the same life and have had the same exact combination of experiences, struggles, or successes. Because to be honest, being one in a million, we are like winning lottery tickets. You know, the winning lottery combination where everybody wants to achieve that special thing that not everybody can achieve. That special thing that not everybody has. That's what makes us us. We each have things we can improve on. Nobody's perfect. And the thing is, with everything going on with social media and everything with the pandemic, and I know that a lot of people over the last 2 years, especially, they have found things that they're interested in, or they started their own business, they become entrepreneurs, you know, they quit their job, or they had no choice but to. And they found, oh, I'm interested in this. Oh, they found new hobbies they interested in. Or they found a hobby that turned into a side gig that's now their main source of income. And with these hobbies or talents that people have discovered or that people have always had, you see that there's no one way to do something that seems like, okay, everybody's doing that. Oh, everybody wants to have a hair business. Everybody wants to go into baking. Everybody wants to create music. Everybody want to be a YouTuber. You know, everybody want to start a podcast, you know, ironically speaking about it. But it's like, you have to do things that set you apart. Stay true to yourself. Don't try to follow the trends. Don't try to follow the crowd. And of course, in this new social media age, it's easy to get in that trap and to see everybody that gets the likes and the views and the attention and the fame. And, oh, they started off like this. Now they're getting partnerships and endorsement deals, and now they're on TV. And now they're working with celebrities. And it's like, that's great, especially if you've been following somebody or you're friends with somebody, or, you know, you've been following someone else's journey and you see how huge they make it, how far they make it, how big they're becoming, how big they became, especially knowing where they started from. And you just, some people like to self-deprecate and be like, damn, what am I doing wrong? Like, that could be me. Or, oh, why is it taking me so long? Or, oh my God, I've been doing this for so many years and this person just started a few months ago and now they already here. Everyone has their own journey. You know, some people's journeys are across the bridge. Yours might be up a mountain. Some people gotta swim across the ocean for theirs, you know? Some people can swim across the pool in the gym. Y'all know what I mean. Everyone has their own journey. And I've suffered from this. I know a lot of people have, where you, especially in today's age, because I said with social media, you never know what new app is going to come out, what new trend is going to come out, and you see everybody doing it, you know, TikTok this, Facebook this, Instagram this, and you start criticizing yourself, and you be like, damn, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your journey. Some people's journeys happens at different time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people in their 60s and 70s that just graduated college. You know, when they were 19, 20, 21, it wasn't their time then. Some people 40, 50 years later decide to get their education. Now they graduate college. Now they're getting that job that they never got 40 years ago. When it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen. This is my thing. I've always been that type to be like, you know, in the moment, stuff might not happen immediately. You might not get that big success, that huge thing that you want to happen, whether it's, you know, with your career or anything of that sort. But when something's supposed to happen, it's going to happen for you. And then you look back on it, you reflect back on it, you be like, man, okay, that's why it didn't happen then. Because everyone has their own paths set out for them. And I'm gonna share my own inspirational story that has to do with YouTube, even starting this podcast. The best way to live life is to stay one in a million. Not one in a crowd. You blend in with everybody else. You're just another statistic. You know, nobody notices you. You're just, oh, you're just another person, just another. No. Each person born in this world, on this planet, has something that makes them special. And when you try to change that to fit in or to get the likes, or you see this one doing this and they're getting big, what works for that one might not work for this one. What works for this one might not work for you. You gotta stay true to yourself, do you, and let things happen organically and naturally. Now, it might be a slow burner, it might not be an immediate success, but you can look back on your journey and see, wow, 2 years ago, it took me 2 years, but look where I am now. It took me 15 years, look where I am now. It might have took that person 15 months, it took you 15 years. Might have took that person 5 months, it took you 5 years. Y'all know what I'm saying? That was the journey you were supposed to go on. And as far as my own story, most of y'all listening to this would know this. If you know, I have my own YouTube channel, Tony Turner. Subscribe to it if you haven't yet. Hit that notification bell while you're at it. And when I first started my YouTube channel 2 years ago, I was so caught on like the, because when you start a YouTube channel, you don't know, what do I want to do? What do I want to say? What am I going to talk about? You have that thing. It's hundreds of millions of uploads a day. What's going to be the thing that's the algorithm is going to pick up? What's going to make people want to click on my video, click on my title, click on my thumbnail? So naturally, I started off trying to follow the trends. Trying to see, okay, let me see. What video gets the most views? Okay, let me do a video like that. Womp womp. Only got 30 views in 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, only 30 views. I'm like, okay, let me try another trend. Let me do this, let me do that. Trying to, oh my God, okay, all right. Let me try to change my thumbnail. Let me try to change my title. Try to go for the clickbait type of thing. That didn't work. And then I said, you know what? Let me try something different. It was close to Aaliyah's anniversary. The legendary, iconic R&B singer, Aaliyah. The entertainer, the highest, the most exalted one. It was close to her anniversary in August. And one day I said, you know what? Let me stop making all these videos, trying to go viral. Let me talk about Aaliyah. Because there was some things online, some things I had to get off my chest as a fan. I did my little fan rant. And I was like, you know what? Y'all need to give Aaliyah her respect. It's been 18 years at the time. I'm like, Aaliyah paved the way. She's a blueprint. In her 22 years of life, all the things she achieved. I was just saying everything I had to get off my chest in that video and voicing my true opinion, my true thoughts, something that was special to me. Because with Aaliyah, I saw that every time somebody made a video about her that got a lot of views or whatever, it was always about, the controversy, the gossip, clickbait. And I said, you know what? No. I'm going to make this video about Aaliyah and my thoughts and my opinions of being a fan and how her legacy is right now. And, I'm going to just release it. Whoever watches it. And it is what it is. The complete 180 was that through that one Aaliyah video I did, after I decided to stop following the trends, after I decided to stop being one in the crowd, I was one in a million, like Aaliyah sung about. And I made that video from my heart, out of frustration. That's when I got the views. Not a lot, but it was way more significant than 30 in 2 weeks, okay? I got the views, I got the subscribers, I got people really like, oh wow, I enjoyed this, I subscribe. I got the likes. And it wasn't at first it was about that, but then something clicked in my head and I was like, wait, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is a part of my journey. And it'd be like, okay, my channel, Tony Turner, it's called Tony Turner. And it came to the point where I was like, I started making all these Aaliyah videos. I grew my subscriber base and I started connecting with a lot of different people and other fans from around the world. Some who I became really close to. And it's like, wow, through that one Aaliyah video, it sort of set off like a domino effect to where I did another video, did another video, did another video. And then I did a Michael Jackson video. And then I did other videos that just naturally came to me that, somebody might have did a video about it before, but I did it in my way. I wasn't trying to follow a trend. I wasn't trying to be like nobody else. Never had I ever put on a fake persona, you know, because it's YouTube. You want people to watch. You want people to be interested. Let me let me act like this in front of the camera, and then when the camera turns off, I'm like, no, I just was myself. I did my opinion. I told my little jokes here and there, and my audience, my subscribers, the people who support me in my channel, they naturally came. They naturally flowed in. And of course, I knew with Aaliyah, the topic of Aaliyah and all the different videos I make, and you know, my commentary videos about her or music or just different things in general, I was like, okay, I know it's gonna be slow burner. This might not get me the most subscribers, the most likes, the most views, the most comments, the most engagement. The algorithm might not pick up every video, you know, but it's true to me. It's authentic to me. And because of that, everything fell into place how it's supposed to. And with that, with seeing how much people supported me in my channel and my videos, and even the videos I wasn't making about Aaliyah, like this podcast, and seeing how people are excited to not know my opinion on Aaliyah or Michael Jackson or this commentary I have about a certain situation, people just was concerned about my well-being. Or when I posted it was my birthday, people were like, happy birthday. Just, like, people have a connection with you just because of something that they saw was authentic, that was true to you, that was special. And something that a lot of people could connect to, but it was something that nobody else was really making Aaliyah videos like me. Nobody else was really making the videos I was. And even though I knew that that was not gonna get me the most attention, I was able and I was willing to let that go and just be like, you know what, it is what it is. I'm gonna make this video on this topic, say my opinion, say my emotion, and whatever happens, happens. You know, I have my people that support me. I might attract some new people, and it is what it is. I'm gonna let my channel build naturally. Doing the clickbait viral thing, and you know, at that point, especially when I first started, everything was about the pranks. Oh, I pranked my brother, I pranked my neighbor, I pranked my boyfriend. Oh, this, that. And the crazy thumbnails, and it's like, it was so obviously, it was so fake. And I was like, man. And it kind of discouraged me from doing YouTube because I'm like, oh man, nobody watching my videos, nobody care what I gotta say. But it's like, no, once I started being true to myself, once I started trying to be different, that's when YouTube picked me up. And that's when people flocked to my channel. That's when I built more authentic relationships with people in my channel and my brand. And it made me be like, wow, you know, like I have a voice that people want to listen to. I have a voice that people want to know, what's my opinion on this? What's my opinion on that? When something happened with Aaliyah or with certain situations, you know, in the music industry, a lot of people would hit me in the DMs like, oh, Tony, what you think about this? Oh, Tony, I can't wait for you to do a video about this. And I'm like, what? Like, it hasn't hit me. No, it has hit me. But I remember for a long time, it didn't hit me. And I'm like, wow, people really care about what I got to say. And it's because I put myself out there. I followed my gut. I followed what I felt was right for me. I could be doing all type of videos and doing this, doing that to get those fast clicks. But you realize something in the long run, that really doesn't work for you because you did this one thing to get these views and all that, but people move on. People, okay, that video was entertaining. Now let me move on to something else. When you talk about something from an authentic place, from a real place, from real emotion, people see that. People connect with you. That's what's going to help you. That's what's going to help build you. That's what's going to help mold you. That's what's going to help you in the long run. Being true to yourself. Sometimes, as that old folklore said, the turtle wins the race. Might be slower than a mother, but that turtle might win that race. You know, you could be the rabbit, run fast, do this. You could be the cheetah, run fast, and try to finish the finish line. But you'll realize it's like, wow. When everything settles, you'll be like, I wasn't meant to go at that speed. It wasn't meant to happen for me that fast. I was meant to go just like this. I was meant to go the pace I did. It was meant to happen for me when it did. Stay true to yourself and life will be so much easier. That led me to this podcast. And I have to give a huge shout out to one of my close friends, Alex. You were the first one to ever suggest me to do a podcast. Months ago, actually. And I always thought about it. But just like starting my YouTube channel, I was nervous because I'm like, okay, people know me from YouTube, and I always talk about Aaliyah and Michael Jackson, and I'm like, okay, with this, I want to expand. I want to talk about more topics, more things. And I realized with YouTube, I'm like, if you're not talking about certain things that people know you for, people gonna be like, I'm not looking at that, I'm not listening to that. But you have that audience of people, you have those relationships with people where they will support you in whatever you do. And I always held on to that. And Dante, you were the second one to suggest a podcast. Out of nowhere, we was talking and you said, oh, you should do a podcast. And I thought about that too. And that just confirmed everything where I'm like, wow, you know what? Both of y'all really advising me to do this is what led to this podcast. And I have so many more topics I want to talk about. As y'all will see, you can look at the description. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to talk about it all. And I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled. I feel elevated that I've been able to build such relationships because of that YouTube channel, because I decided to stray from the crowd, say something else, start something new, follow my heart, follow my gut, follow my instinct, and be like, you know what? This might be different. This might not be the most popular thing, but you know what? I'm gonna say my opinion about this. I'm gonna say my opinion about one of my favorite artists. I'm gonna release it to the world, upload it. Whoever sees it, sees it. Whatever the algorithm wanna do with it, they do with it, and I'll take it from there. And look, 2 years later, I have a great platform on YouTube. I have a great voice. It's not the biggest, but it's growing organically, authentically, and I couldn't be more grateful. And because of that YouTube channel, it led to me having all of these great relationships with people, meeting new people from around the world. I'm like, wow. And like I said, social media has its negative side to where it can make you feel like you're not doing enough with your life. Oh, you should be doing this, but you're this. I should be farther along, but I'm here. Oh, look at this person doing all these big things and I'm still doing this. Or it can make you feel like you're not doing enough because you see everybody else doing this, doing that. But like I said, social media is for image. You know, especially with Instagram and everything like that. It's for image. People most of the time are only going to post the good parts of their life. You know, the good pics they take. You know, you have a whole bunch of crazy looking pictures in your gallery. You're not going to post those. You're going to post the ones where you look cute. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to post the crazy looking ones. You post the good moments. Everybody has their own struggles. Everybody has their own obstacles. And everybody's not going to post that. Social media, most of the time, is for posting things that make you look great, make you look in a certain light, make people look at you in a certain way. You have that power to decide what post, what video, what type of meme you're gonna post on your page, on your story, what kind of tweet you're gonna make, what type of TikTok you're gonna make that lets people identify who you are, your type of personality, what do you think is funny, or you know what I'm saying? And sometimes with that, you look at other people's life and you compare it to yours, or you look at their life on social media and you be like, man, why am I not there yet? Why didn't I make it there yet? Why is it taking me so long? Because you're on your own journey. That was their path. That was supposed to happen for them when it did. You know, you keep pushing, you keep striving, you keep putting your 100% effort into whatever you want to do, whatever hobby, side gig, whatever passion that you have, it's going to happen for you eventually. It might not happen for you to the magnitude that you wanted to, but it's going to happen. Which brings me to the positives of social media. Connected and meeting with people who you really can build strong relationships with. It might not be the most consistent relationship. You might not talk to them every day, but you know, when you do, it's like a breath of fresh air. And because of my YouTube channel, I was able to connect with many people like that. And because of that, I was able to start my podcast and expand on my brand and my voice and show people that I could talk about other things. You know, I know people know me for the Aaliyah videos. I made over 100 of them. You know, Michael Jackson videos, my commentary on different things with music, which is going to be in this podcast. But there's so many different things in this world, in society, that I can also talk about, that we can also discuss. In all of my videos, I like to say, everything comes full circle. And I hope that everybody that made it this far, thank you so much for listening, because I know it can seem like I'm rambling. But I hope that if anything you got out of this episode, this premiere episode of If It Wasn't for Tony, from the inspiration of me even starting this podcast, it was that everything came from me being different, me taking that chance, taking that risk, and doing something from my heart, something that was like, that wasn't going to guarantee me to get what I was looking for, which was views on the go viral, but I got something better. I got an audience of people who support me. I've been able to build great relationships with people from all around the world. And you know, what's better than that? What's better than real love, true love? That's what being can get you. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody who's been supporting me, supporters I've had over the last 2 years, supporters I've had throughout my whole life. Anybody that's still listening, that's still tuned in, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it from the bottom, from the depths of my soul, from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited for y'all to follow me on this journey. You know, let's talk about it, let's discuss it, DM me. Let me know what you think, because we're all on the journey of self-discovery. I'm 26. No matter how old you are or how much life experience you have or you think you have or all the things that we've been through, we all are always on a journey of self-discovery. I learn new things about myself every week, every month, every year. You learn something new about yourself. And my final advice would be to stay true to yourself. Stay 1 in a million. Because if you stay 1 in a million, that journey of self-discovery will be easier. The success you always want, you always been waiting for, will come more naturally. It might not be when you want it to happen, but it's gonna be at the right time. And with that, I say, always follow your heart and never the crowd. Thanks for tuning in to the premiere episode of Because if it wasn't for me, who would talk about these things? And if they do, I'm pretty sure it's not like I'll catch y'all in the next episode.